While I have it out, I thought we'd talk a little bit more about the 1956 Oliver J-2. Well, the hood on this motor comes off, just undo these two snaps. And it's a metal hood. It's got rubber, foam rubber for vibration dampening. This motor cost $215 new in 1956. Just to put that into perspective, Johnson 5.5 of the same year would have been $210. So what did you get for your extra $5 when you bought an Oliver? Well, you got a fuel pump, for one thing. These motors use a regular suction system, which of course Johnson and Evinrude were still using the old, zoom in a little on the fuel pump there, still using the old pressure tank system. The motor also has a Tillotson MD carburetor, which people who have Champions and Martins will recognize. It has a nice air silencer up here on top to keep intake noise down. And it used a Bendix Scintilla magneto. I know that drives a lot of people crazy, but I have to say it does deliver a nice hot spark, and I think that's one of the reasons why this motor idles so well. The powerhead on this motor started out life as a Chris Craft powerhead. Chris Craft sold their business off to Oliver, who modernized the motors with the full forward neutral reverse and the fuel pump. Brought the motors out in 1955, this being a 1956 example. Powerhead on this motor is 9.42 cubic inch displacement powerheads, 2-inch bore and 1.5-inch stroke. It's rated at 5.5 horsepower at 4,500 RPMs. Uses a Champion J8J, which now is a JHC, gapped at 0.28 according to the book. I find the performance of this motor to be pretty similar to that of the Johnson 5.5. I think even though this motor has more cubic inch displacement, I think one of the things that holds it back is the lower unit, which I'll show you here. The lower unit on this motor has a huge carrier bearing on the end of it, and it's really not very streamlined. It's hard to see here from on the camera, but it's really pretty fat, and I think that's one of the things that holds back this motor. Well, that's the Oliver J2. I hope you enjoyed this tour. We'll see you out on the water.